Good morning and welcome. So glad you dropped by today. Welcome back if you've been here before. And if this is your first time, I'm thrilled that you're here. I have some ideas that are quick and easy and simple, but they're a little on the clever side in the sense that the sentiments will make you smile. So I hope you really enjoy them, and let's just get started. Forever Friendship. This is the set that I've made some cards with today. And as I mentioned, these are quite clever little sayings. So the first card we're going to do is using the sweater. Most of us would call that a sweater, but I've heard it been called a cardigan. So this sentiment says, time for a card again. So very clever. I just like the way that sounds, a cardigan. So this, again, is a very simple card, but I really like the Sahara Sand and the Night of Navy and the DSP. It looks very masculine, and sometimes we just need masculine cards. So time for a cardigan, card again, and happy birthday. So it is the Sahara Sand. I just have 8.5 by 4.25, scored at 5.5. The die that I used here is from the split card texture dies, and there are two of them. One is the plaid look, and the other is a flower look that you can actually put them right on the front of your card. This one I cut out so that it didn't go like it goes directly onto the card. So that's what I wanted. And the second time I did this, I used the adhesive sheets, and that way the glue is on it, and almost all of the pieces, well, a good many of them anyway, come out as you're pulling it. So that's a time saver, except you do need to maybe poke a few out. But then you have all of these that now have adhesive on them, so you can use them on the front of your card. So let me just poke these out, the ones that didn't want to come out even after I thought for sure they would. And now they're going to stick to me, but that's okay. Okay, look at this. Oh, you can't say card making is not fun. I do want to apologize for some of my viewers that have noted that the sound is not as clear as it could be, so I do apologize. I will work on that. Hopefully, I have my computer up as loud as it will go, my speaker up as loud as it will go. I will have to ask someone if it's still not where it should be. Okay. I thought this would be a little faster, but I suppose if you wanted to put glue on each piece, that would also be time consuming. Not really, but anyway, so this DSP has a denim look to it. On the other side, some little dots, but I really like the denim, and I was looking for that masculine look. So there we go. Once it's on. And my fingers aren't sticky from the glue, but they're sticky from the adhesive. Oh my goodness. Now I did trim this little bit off so that it looked like a rectangle. And then just placed it on the center of the card. Okay. Now, the stamp is very detailed, like it's a nice knitted cardigan. So let's just stamp it on the white with the memento. And okay. So there I have it stamped. Still picking off Night of Navy from my hands. Okay, I used the crumb cake. The crumb cake marker, and I used the light first, the light crumb cake, which is this one, and I just colored it in. Now, some of you are amazing at coloring, and as I mentioned before, I wished I had paid more attention in art class. Okay, and then I just took the dark and outlined the collar, the buttons, I guess the ribbing of the sweater, and then a few little darker shadowing parts, and then just fussy cut it. Now, you don't have to do this. I know not everyone enjoys fussy cutting, but it is an easy cut. The tricky part I found was just under the elbow, but it's really not that hard at all. Look, there's still some more. Okay, so we have that. There we go. And if you have a really sharp pair of scissors, you can cut this little part out too. Or maybe use one of those straight knives, as long as you don't stab yourself. There we go. Oh, I need the ribbing down here. Almost forgot. There we go. Okay, so I used just dimensions, which are right here, to put on the cardigan. You know, you lay things out and then something gets on top of them. Oh, they're right in front of me here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's try it over a little bit more. I wonder if, oh, I'm going to take the ends off. You know, again, you can be creative in so many different ways. And there's really not too many wrong ways to do something. I suppose if it looks like a hot mess, you know, we need to start again. But Okay, so the sentiments, I used Time for a Card again, and I've got the dimensions on it. So I stuck that just there, and then the Happy Birthday, again lined with the Night of Navy DSP. And okay, how about we put it there? A little different. And I used the squares from, you know, when we took it apart. There's lots of Night of Navy there. And okay, so I just used those for a background. And I really do need to use the tweezers because otherwise it'll stick to my finger with all the other little pieces that are sticking to me. Okay, so I put 3 up there, 2 on the bottom, and then let me see, I got one more here. I used the brushed metallic dots, back dots. So there's a copper, gold, and a brassy looking. So I liked the ones that were a little more copper, like they just did a great job at pulling the colors together. And there's 2 sizes, a larger one and a slightly smaller. And on the inside, oops, lost it. On the inside, I put very vanilla on there, and the flags that go with it. Kind of gives it a nice nostalgic look. So there is our first card. So again, I hope I'm loud enough and that everyone can hear me. Now this is the second card from this set, and it says, I just can't thank you enough. And we have this old-fashioned typewriter, which I had when I was in college. Actually, it might even have been older looking than this, actually, when I think of it. But the heart has thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, not thanking you enough. I used the other die from the split card texture dies, and I put it on the cover, but I put white behind it, and of course you could put any color you wanted, and some risen hearts. And the last card that we're going to do is Our Friendship Will Live Forever, unlike most of the plants I've owned. It makes me laugh because I've killed a few plants, and it's a good thing my friendship is not based on my green thumb. But this card was fun. It is just very simple. I used layering dies of a circle. I used the die that is what is it called? It is called Cascading Ruffles. I'm sorry, apologize for that. And there you go. So just a slight texture on that. It's very quick to put together. I have the sea foam. And I put that on there. And our friendship will last forever, which is what a nice sentiment, of course. And then the funny part that will bring a smile to your friend is, unlike most of the plants that I've had. Oh, some plants do so well. Others, they need more than we can give them. And here is it's just been stamped, and it has just been colored with markers. So very simple. Any green colors that you have for our markers. Oh my goodness. Did I get that in the center? I don't think so. Let's just pull it down a little bit. Okay, and on the inside, so that you can write, is the same thing. And the dimensions that I used are matte decorative dots. And they go very well with this card. And then we'll put one really little one right over here. When it turns upside down, or the right side up. Okay, there we go. It's going to stay there, whether it likes to or not. So those definitely are clever cards, and very fun and simple to make. So I hope you enjoyed them. Give them a try, and I will see you again next week. So have a great week, and thank you for dropping by. Thank you for subscribing, and do have a great week. Bye for now.